Have you ever looked at the silent, colossal pyramids of Tikal or Chichen Itza and wondered what happened here? Just centuries ago, these ruins were the heart of a vibrant world. Imagine bustling markets filled with the colors of exotic feathers and handcrafted pottery. Picture skilled artisans carving intricate histories into stone, priests charting the stars with incredible precision, and children's laughter echoing through sprawling plazas. This was the Maya, a civilization that reached astonishing heights in art, astronomy, and architecture. But then, seemingly overnight, the great cities of the southern lowlands fell silent. The people vanished. The jungle reclaimed what was once a mighty empire. What caused this advanced, thriving society to collapse? That is one of history's most compelling mysteries, and today we're going to unravel it. To understand the Maya, you have to understand maize. Corn wasn't just food, it was the sacred core of their existence. Their entire calendar, their religious ceremonies, their daily life revolved around its planting and harvesting. Farmers, the backbone of the empire, tended to their fields with knowledge passed down through generations. Success of the harvest meant the success of the city-state. But what happens when the heavens refuse to cooperate? Around the 9th century, a catastrophic change began. The reliable seasonal rains that had nourished their crops for centuries started to fail. This wasn't just a bad year or two. Scientific evidence from lakebed sediments and cave formations tells us the Maya heartland was gripped by a devastating, century-long super drought. Imagine the life-giving reservoirs, marvels of ancient engineering, slowly turning to cracked earth. The once lush fields withered under a relentless sun. The maize, the very foundation of their world, failed. Harvest after harvest was lost, leading to widespread, unimaginable famine. The gods, it seemed, had turned their backs on the Maya, and the first cracks in their magnificent civilization began to appear. The Great Drought was a powerful blow, but the Maya may have unknowingly made a terrible situation even worse. As their population boomed, their cities expanded to build their monumental temples and palaces and to clear land for their ever-growing need for farmland. They engaged in large-scale deforestation. From a bird's-eye view, you would have seen the green carpet of the jungle being steadily eaten away, replaced by urban centers and agricultural plots. While this supported their growth in the short term, it had disastrous long-term consequences. The dense forest canopy plays a crucial role in the water cycle, helping to retain moisture in the soil and atmosphere. When the trees were gone, the land lost its ability to hold water. The soil, exposed to the elements, quickly eroded and was washed away. So when the drought hit, its effects were amplified. Less rain was falling, and the rain that did fall quickly ran off the barren land instead of replenishing the groundwater. They were caught in a vicious cycle of their own making, a classic case of a society undermining the very environment that sustained it. This self-inflicted wound left them far more vulnerable to the climate catastrophe that was unfolding. A society struggling with starvation is a society on the brink of chaos. Inside the Mayan city-states, social tensions were reaching a breaking point. There was a stark contrast between the lives of the opulent elite kings, nobles, and high priests who lived in lavish palaces and the common laborers and farmers who were bearing the brunt of the famine. As resources became scarcer, this deep-seated inequality likely fueled resentment and social unrest. But the conflict wasn't just internal. The crisis intensified the rivalry between the dozens of competing city-states. The intricate carvings and hieroglyphs from this period tell a story of escalating violence. Warfare, which had once been more ritualistic, became more desperate and destructive. Kings led armies against their neighbors, not just for glory or captives, but for control of dwindling food supplies and precious water sources. This constant state of conflict shattered the complex network of trade routes that connected the Maya world, cutting off the flow of essential goods. Instead of banding together to face the crisis, the Mayan cities turned on each other. A pervasive fear crept into daily life, and the social fabric that had held their civilization together for centuries began to tear apart. Famine and war weakened the population. A third silent killer began to stalk the crowded cities. Disease, malnutrition, decimated immune systems, leaving people highly susceptible to infections. In the dense urban centers, where sanitation was likely poor, diseases could spread like wildfire through the weakened populace. Imagine communities already haunted by hunger, now facing deadly outbreaks of dysentery and other illnesses. It would have been a truly apocalyptic scene. For many, staying in these centers of death and conflict was no longer an option. This brings us to a fascinating theory about the so-called collapse. It might not have been a case of the entire population dying out, but rather a conscious decision to leave. Archaeologists call it a remigration. People simply walked away from the great stone cities and the failed system of kings and priests. They abandoned the urban experiment that had brought so much suffering and returned to a simpler, more sustainable, rural way of life. They scattered into smaller, more manageable villages in the jungle, reverting to the subsistence farming of their ancestors. The great pyramids and plazas weren't emptied by a mysterious plague, but by people actively choosing to survive by leaving it all behind. So, what really caused the Great Mayan Collapse? As we've seen, there's no single, simple answer. It was a perfect storm of converging catastrophes. The super drought was the primary catalyst, the massive external shock that pushed the system to its limits. But it struck a civilization that was already deeply vulnerable. It was a society weakened by its own environmental degradation, fractured by extreme social inequality, and torn apart by incessant warfare. The failure of the maize harvest wasn't just an agricultural problem. It triggered a domino effect, causing the entire political, social, and religious structure to crumble. The kings, whose authority was based on their claimed ability to mediate with the gods and ensure prosperity, were proven powerless. The people lost faith and voted with their feet. But it's crucial to remember this. The Mayan civilization collapsed, but the Mayan people did not vanish. They endured. Today, millions of their descendants live across Central America, speaking Mayan languages and practicing traditions that have survived for thousands of years. Their culture, though transformed, is vibrant and alive. The story of the Maya is not just one of collapse, but a powerful testament to resilience and the enduring spirit of a people. If you found this journey into the past insightful, please like this video and subscribe for more stories from our world's incredible history. Thanks for watching.